The rain was falling so hard it looked like the entire city had disappeared behind a curtain of water. Maya clutched her thin jacket tighter around herself as she stepped out of the small cafe where she worked the late shift. She was tired, soaked, and worried because someone had been following her all week. She never saw his full face, just a man in a dark raincoat who appeared in reflections, across the street, outside the bus stop. She convinced herself it was nothing, but tonight her instincts screamed louder than ever. She speed-walked toward the empty main road, praying for a taxi. Her footsteps splashed in puddles, her breath turning shaky. She turned back once more. There he was again. The same dark figure, walking slowly, like he had all the time in the world. She tried to calm herself, telling her racing heart that maybe he was just another passerby. But then he changed direction the moment she did. That's when the panic sank in deep. A black car suddenly pulled up beside her, silent as a shadow. The tinted window rolled down halfway, revealing a man she had seen only once, but never spoken to. Adrian Hale, the silent CEO, the youngest millionaire in the city. He was known for speaking little, trusting few, and firing anyone who wasted his time. Maya froze. Their worlds were so far apart that seeing him here felt impossible. His voice was low, commanding, leaving no room for argument. "Get in the car." She stared at him, trembling. What? Why, now?" he said, eyes sharp, jaw clenched. It wasn't anger. It was urgency, a kind she didn't understand yet. Maya took a step back. "No, I don't know you. I'm not getting into a stranger's car." He leaned slightly forward, his eyes locked on hers. "You are in danger. Get in the car if you want to live." Her heart nearly stopped. Before she could respond, the man in the raincoat came around the corner, and for the first time, the dim streetlight revealed the glint of something metallic in his hand. Maya gasped. Adrian pushed open the passenger door from inside. "Maya." Now, hearing her name come from him shocked her more than the thunder crashing above them. How did he know her name? She hesitated only for a second before survival instincts took over. She jumped into the car, and the moment she shut the door, Adrian hit the accelerator. The tires screeched, propelling them into the storm-darkened streets. Maya's breath came in fast, unsteady bursts as she looked back through the rear window. The man was running after them but grew smaller, swallowed by the rain. Her voice cracked. "What is happening? Why is someone following me?" Adrian didn't answer immediately. His focus was unbreakable, eyes fixed on the road, hands tight on the wheel. The silence stretched until she could barely take it anymore. Finally, he spoke. "He's not following you. He's hunting you." She felt the blood drain from her face. "Why? I don't even know him. I don't know anything." Adrian exhaled slowly, as if choosing his words carefully. "You're involved in something without realizing it. Someone thinks you have something valuable. Something worth killing for." Her chest tightened. "I don't have anything valuable. I'm just a waitress." Adrian turned to her briefly, his expression softening for the first time. "You're not just anything, and this isn't about money." His cryptic words only made her more terrified. "Then what is it about?" she whispered. Adrian's jaw tightened again. He looked straight ahead. "Your life, and the truth someone doesn't want you to discover." That was the moment Maya realized this was not a random attack, and Adrian Hale was not saving her by accident. The car sped through the nearly empty streets, rain hammering the windshield like a warning. Maya had so many questions that they tangled in her throat, refusing to form words. Adrian's silence didn't help. He drove like a man who'd done this before, fast, precise, controlled. But his jaw kept tightening, like every second mattered more than she knew. Finally, he pulled into the underground parking of a tall luxury building, the kind she'd only seen in magazines and movies. The gate closed behind them with a solid metallic thud, sealing out the storm and the danger chasing her. Adrian got out first, scanning the shadows with a sharp, trained gaze. He didn't open her door like a gentleman, he opened it like someone making sure she didn't run. Or maybe making sure nothing got to her before he could protect her. "Come with me," he said. She followed, her legs weak, her mind spinning. They took a private elevator to the top floor. Maya expected him to explain something, anything, but the silence traveled with them all the way up. When the doors opened, she stepped into a penthouse so modern and spotless it didn't feel real. Floor-to-ceiling windows showed the city drowning in rain. Everything smelled faintly of cedar and luxury she couldn't name. Adrian motioned her to sit. She lowered herself onto the couch, hands trembling. He stood in front of her, still wet from the rain, but he looked composed, dangerously composed. Start talking, she whispered, her voice wobbling. I deserve to know what's happening. He took a slow breath. 3 weeks ago, your mother visited a clinic on the north side of the city. A private one. Maya blinked. My mother. She's been sick for months but she didn't go to any special clinic. Adrian's gaze softened. She didn't tell you because she didn't want to worry you. She got a test done there. A test that revealed something she wasn't supposed to know. Maya felt confusion clash with fear. Know what? Adrian stepped closer, lowering his voice. That clinic is a cover. They run illegal trials, experiments, things that could put people in prison for life. Your mother saw something, or someone, she shouldn't have. She contacted someone for help. Someone who contacted me. Why you? She whispered, unable to hide her disbelief. His eyes held hers for a long moment. Because I fund the organization that investigates them, quietly. Because I owe someone who once saved my life. And because I knew they would come for you next. Her breath caught. The room suddenly felt too small, too bright. My mother didn't tell me any of this, she said, shaking her head. And she's been missing for 2 days. I thought she went to visit a friend. No, Adrian said gently but firmly. She disappeared, and the same people who took her were waiting for you tonight. A cold wave rushed through Maya from head to toe. She pressed a hand to her chest, trying to breathe. So the man following me, was he sent by them? Yes, Adrian replied, and he won't stop. They want leverage. They think your mother told you something. Maya felt her eyes sting. But I don't know anything. That doesn't matter to them, he said. They believe she left you something. A clue, evidence. Her mind raced. She tried to think of anything unusual, anything her mother had given her recently. Before she could speak, Adrian gently lifted her chin, forcing her to meet his gaze. His voice dropped to a quiet intensity she hadn't heard before. You're safe here, but I need you to trust me, Maya. Your life depends on it. Her throat tightened. Trust a man she barely knew. A man whose reasons were still so unclear. But then she remembered the man in the raincoat, the glint of metal, the terror in her bones. She took a shaky breath. What do I have to do? Adrian's expression finally shifted, a mix of relief and fear. Let me protect you, and help me find your mother before they do. The next morning arrived quietly, the storm long gone but its weight still heavy in the air. Maya hadn't slept more than a few hours despite the safety of Adrian's penthouse. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw her mother's face, then the shadowy figure in the raincoat. She forced herself to breathe deeply as she walked into the kitchen, where Adrian stood already dressed, already working, as if he'd been awake all night. He glanced up when she entered. You need to eat. Maya sat down, though her appetite was non-existent. Did you find anything? Adrian placed his tablet on the counter. The screen contained a map, a list of names, something coded she didn't understand. Your mother didn't go missing randomly, he said. She was taken to pressure someone else. Someone who accessed her medical file before she disappeared. Maya frowned. But who would do that? He tapped the screen again. A photo appeared, an older woman with sharp eyes. Dr. Evelyn Hart. Maya froze. I know her. She was Mom's old colleague from the hospital. Exactly, Adrian said. She left the hospital 2 years ago and joined that illegal clinic. Whatever your mother discovered, Evelyn is involved. And if your mother trusted her, it means Evelyn betrayed her. A rush of betrayal and confusion hit Maya so sharply she felt nauseous. What do they want with my mom? They want silence, Adrian said quietly. And they want whatever evidence she gathered before they caught her. If she passed anything to you, or even hinted that she would, they won't stop. Maya looked down at her hands. But she didn't give me anything. Think, Adrian insisted gently. Did she send a message? Call you? Leave something at home? Anything that felt unusual? Maya tried. She replayed every conversation, every moment from the past week. Nothing came, but then she remembered, her mother had slipped a small envelope into her bag 3 days ago. She had forgotten about it completely, too overwhelmed with work. Her eyes widened. I think I might have something. Adrian straightened instantly. Where? In my locker. At the cafe. He didn't waste a second. Then we're going right now. The ride back to the cafe felt unreal. Maya expected danger at every corner. Adrian sat beside her, calm but alert, his eyes tracking every car, every passerby. He wasn't simply a CEO, he moved like someone trained for threats, someone who had lived through them. They entered the empty cafe from the back entrance. The place smelled of old coffee and cleaning chemicals. Her hands trembled as she unlocked her small metal locker. Inside were her uniform, her notebook, loose change, and the envelope. Her breath hitched. This is it. Adrian took it gently, as if it were explosive. He opened it carefully. Inside was a USB drive and a small handwritten note. Maya recognized her mother's writing instantly. If something happens to me, don't trust anyone. Except him. Give this to Adrian Hale. Maya stared at the words, her heart thudding painfully. She knew you, but she never told me. Adrian's expression tightened, pain flickering across his face for the first time. She saved my life years ago. I owed her a debt I never had the chance to repay. Before Maya could speak, a loud crash echoed from the front of the cafe. Adrian reached out instinctively, pulling Maya behind him. The front door had been kicked open. Footsteps entered, too heavy, too sure. Adrian's voice dropped, quiet but fierce. Stay behind me. Don't run unless I tell you. Maya's heart hammered as a man in a black jacket stepped into view, then another. Their eyes locked onto her like predators. Adrian moved forward, shielding her completely. They found us faster than I expected. Maya clutched the back of his coat, her breath trembling. What do we do now? She whispered. Adrian turned slightly, just enough for her to see the fire in his eyes. Now, he said, I stop them. And you hold on to that drive with your life. The footsteps grew closer. The tension thickened. Maya realized then that this was no longer about fear. This was survival. And Adrian Hale was ready to fight for her, no matter the cost.